global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads, Buhari ministers begs US for assistance as he laments we are not comfortable in Nigeria. But before we go on with details of the news, please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, just hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news in detail. It was a dramatic moment to behold earlier today when the Minister of Labour, Senator Chris Ngigi, appealed to the U.S. ambassador to lend a helping hand to the country. The ambassador, Mary Beth Leonard, had paid a visit to the minister in his office to discuss bilateral issues affecting both countries. The minister told the ambassador that Nigerians are not comfortable with the way the country is at the moment. He mentioned that the U.S. has set up lending schemes and help to other countries. Côte d'Ivoire, he mentioned Ghana, Sudan, but left out Nigeria in the scheme. He also mentioned Nigeria needed technical assistance, having spoken earlier with the U.S. Department of Labor about the same issues. In his word, the minister intimated the ambassador that school children have been drafted to cocoa farm in the south and most of the students were out of school who needed to go back to school. He appealed for help to put back the education policies, the universal basic education and other policies bordering on education back on track. The ambassador promised to look into the details as given by the minister. She also mentioned that the visa ban was a temporary policy which did not affect Nigerians already in the United States. For me, if you ask me, I am tired of this beggy life Nigeria is currently living. You see this person, you beg. You see this one, beg. You see this one, beg. It makes no sense. It's high time we sit back and see how we can put our resources in place so that we'll be an enviable nation that other people will come to crave help from. You cannot be telling us that our students are living in the south, students are leaving school because they can't pay school fees. What do you want them to do? They should come and train Nigerians for you. These are some of the things that are overly funny. You want them to come and train when they see myriads of looted funds that Nigerians are putting in their own banks there. You can imagine a few days ago when EFCC had to meet with the United States over the issue of Abacha's loot, and they promised to return the money to Nigeria. But at the same time, they say that they will monitor and they will get back that money if at the end of the day it is being looted, which means already they are in the know about the looting attitude of our politicians. And here we are, Chris Ngigi is going to beg ambassador who came in to discuss bilateral relationship with Nigeria, which maybe at one point they're thinking that based on our population, they can have a trading relationship with Nigeria so that at least they can bring in a lot of their stuff. But he, instead of him waiting to hear what the ambassador was coming to say, he was busy begging. Begging will not help. Nigeria is rich enough to declare primary and secondary school education free of charge for students. We are rich enough. So the issue of you see this person come, you begin to beg for help. Now, just yesterday, you see that's why you see I'm complaining of the beggy life that Nigerians are living now. Now, just yesterday when some persons from I think Africa, whatever police, a kind of union in Africa, they came visiting the the Inspector General of Police. He begged. He lamented the level of insecurity and said they won't mind him to come and help Nigeria solve the issue of insurgency and terrorism. This is not how it ought to be. If we call ourselves the leaders, if we call ourselves we are the head in Africa, we are the leading economy in Africa, it therefore means that we should look inward. We have all it takes to look inward and solve some of the problem. But hey, some persons just believe that they have to stay up there and be eating every crumb that drops off. They want to make merchandise of every transaction. That's everything that happens in Nigeria, whether it's in the educational sector, whether it is in the agricultural sector, whether it is in defense, whether it is a fight against terrorism. People are still doing everything to see that they make a merchandise of it. That is why we are in the situation we are. We have enough money. Imagine, very soon, the United States will be sending back $308 billion back to Nigeria, or $1 million back to Nigeria. Is that one not enough to quell some of the issues that we have that requires funding? Is it not enough? But instead of that, instead of using that money to do the right thing, before you know, we'll just see that, oh, the money has been gotten. How it's been expended, nobody can really give full details of it. Instead, we are busy. Every opportunity we have with international bodies, with all these G4 nations and all of that, UN, is to beg for peace. We are begging for peace. We are begging for technical assistance. We are begging for financial assistance. We are begging for security assistance, begging for virtually everything. It's becoming very, very shameful. If you know that you don't have the way without. See, Nigeria has so much in him. That's, we have so much that we can even be of help to other people. There need to come a time whereby we during the period of electing leaders, we threw away this issue of bigotry, threw away ethnic sentiments and the likes, because it's one of the things that can easily destroy a nation. Ethnicity is from my town. Now look at what we are facing currently in the north. There is no peace in the north currently. But hey, 2023, their eyes is fully on it. We will not vote anybody. We will want to, the power will still remain in the north. Now the question is, the power has remained in the north thus far. What has been the iota of change that you have seen in terms of, security in your own area? At least for once, let us be able to stabilize ourselves first. But this has not been done. Why don't you bring in somebody is capable, have the way without, have the technical ability, the mind training, who have been in different leadership positions to be able to handle this issue? Instead, we'll be playing around with sentiment. It's a high time Nigeria will stop this beggy life. It won't help anybody. Instead of that, see how you can take advantage of the disadvantage in other economies. That is how we were trained. Not to be begging. You are big to the point that even the thing has infiltrated into the social media, that Nigerians now have been known as a beggy people. If they just see anybody come up trying to show any form of humanitarian attitude, Nigerians will start to beg. Because of what we are learning from our leaders. And why is it so rampant? Is because with the resources that we have on ground, they are not using it to do the right thing as expected. This is causing a lot of issues in the country. I'm not happy to hear that just an ambassador visiting you, you are x-raying how poor your country is and all of that. When you have so much internally, no wonder a lot of people are thinking of seceding, because we have failed in a different responsibility. This is some of the things that must be handled once and for all. Let's stop this begging attitude. It will not take us anywhere.
This is really amazing, coming from the fact that there's even a minister in this dispensation. He is under Buhari. Doesn't mean that our very own dear Ngige does not know that Nigerians are in need of funds. All those looted funds that have been gotten, Abacha looted funds, where have they been expended? Where have they been used for? What have they been used for? Now, when a U.S. ambassador comes in, the only thing you can think of is the lending scheme that the world power have observed over time, that Nigeria, each money given to Nigeria is always used for corrupt purposes. And you think that this world power will eventually give Nigeria money again, so that the politically elite, the politically exposed persons will begin to loot the monies for their generations and generations yet unborn to cater for them. And while Nigerians are languishing in poverty, the headquarters of poverty in the world is in the north, in Nigeria, and yet we have one of the richest people in Africa here still in Nigeria. You begin to wonder, by the time they begin to check out the monies that are stacked in some of these countries abroad in diaspora, some of them are from Nigerians, political elites, and it's so amazing. Yet Nigeria as a country is so poor. It's honestly, it's crazy. And now you're telling them they should consider Nigeria. These are the things you should be discussing whenever you go for your executive meeting. Begin to tell the presidency, look, Nigerians in their need of funds to take them back to school. You didn't remember all this. It's now when it comes to international bodies coming in, you begin to remind them that Nigeria is in their need of funds. All the ones we have recovered, where have they been used for? All the ones who have been dishing out, what have they been used for? You make Nigeria a laughing stock. But it's really nice coming from a minister under the presidency dispensation, under this present dispensation, letting the world know that Nigeria is in need of help. Help in what aspect? Technical help. We claim that we have one of the best hands. They claim that they have one of the best hands that can take the Nigerian economy out of its recession and into a world power. Yet we still need technical assistance. Is this not the same presidency, still the same, under the same umbrella of this government that I'm talking about? No other person but Femi Adesina said that who made the United States the world police. It's still the same United States that Ngige is running to for assistance, technical assistance and financial assistance. And Nigeria is one of the world producers of oil, as in we have it in quantum, and yet we don't have money. Yet we keep hearing money in billions. The minute they mention money in billions, it looks like paper, it looks like figures or algebra, but yet it is real money. And they're still asking for monies from this set of people. It clearly shows that it looks like Nigeria as a country, we need a recolonization. If the only people who keep electing and keep bringing into governance are those who are already expired, permit me to use that word, what would an 80-something years old man be doing as a president when we have young and virile men who can take this country to the next level? What would a man who is so comfortable in being an ethnically conscious, someone who is, I don't want to use the word racist, but obviously, if you check his cabinet, it's a whole fully made up of his countrymen. The other time I was so embarrassed. I wept for my country when I saw the Nigerian ambassador to United States, an old lanky old man who could barely walk except for the aid of a walking stick. And of all the very young men in Nigeria, that's the old man they picked. And you expect the economy to move fast. It can only move at the pace of the old man. When old men are ruling, what they think of is 1942 ideas. They're not current. They're not moving in time. They're thinking of how to do things the analog way. What men have gone digital, countries have gone digital. You can imagine what Ngige is saying. They should come to their aid. Please, I keep saying this and I will say it again. If you know you're lacking ideas, you can't tell me there's no money. There's money everywhere, just that it has been looted. Look within. You're fighting corruption. Look within. Corruption is actually within. Look within. You fight it and you get back your money. You don't need to go and beg the United States. Look within. You will see 1 or 2 persons in your cabinet that have also stolen Nigerian money. Force EFCC upon them. Let them release those monies so you can use it for national purposes, because those monies are actually national monies and not for generational, your personal, ethnic and kindred money. It's actually meant for Nigeria and Nigerians as a whole. So going about begging the world, embarrassing the nation, and in the name of trying to give us economic value. Eventually, even when these monies are released, even to the Minister of Labour that's claiming that Nigeria is in need of assistance of every kind, when these monies are eventually released, and when these assistance are eventually released, it doesn't go to the right persons. It's most of the times always siphoned. That's what makes Nigeria what it is right now. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What do you think about it? Do you think it was wise for Ngige to go about begging for the Nigeria, United States to come to our aid? Or do you think we even have the wherewithal just for us to look within? But whatever, that's really